For Caleb Williams and Bears fans, you always like to say, hey, when you get new information, you change your opinion. And I've changed my opinion on this Caleb Williams contract. First of all, it's official. 4 years, $39 million, $25 million signing bonus. So what was all the haggling about? And some of the reports are coming out.
Okay.
He wanted the Bears to agree not to franchise tag him in the future.
Yeah.
They refused to do that. But this is interesting. Reportedly, Caleb wanted to be paid through an LLC so that he could get his money tax-free in Illinois. LLCs have zero tax filing requirements.
Well,
that is smart as hell.
Yeah, it's smart as hell. And here's the other thing. In the NIL money in California, I think you're able to do the LLC thing. It's in Los Angeles, I mean, specifically in California, but in Los Angeles, which has a lot of entertainers, a way around to marginalize some of the punitive taxes is creating S-corps and LLCs and all this stuff, production companies.
Yes.
And so I'm sure he had an LLC in California to protect or limit some of the taxation on his NIL USC money. So he probably wanted to try that in the NFL, and the NFL doesn't allow that.
Yes.
Or everybody would do that.
I got to give it to Caleb. This is really smart. Listen, there's a difference between tax evasion, which is a felony, and tax avoidance.
Yes.
Tax avoidance is what anyone who's smart, anyone who's going to be making money, you should be doing tax, like how to lessen your taxes. And LLC, S-corp is exactly the way to go.
By the way, your accountants are telling you to do this. They're suggesting this stuff. So he is the first NIL superstar. So I can assure you, USC aligned him with a very good tax-avoiding entertainment attorney, which, by the way, I have one. I'm sure you have one or will eventually have one. That's what people in our business have. Really smart. I have an entertainment attorney. I took the advice of Oprah Winfrey's CEO years ago, Eric, my buddy, to tell me how to do it. And so that's what he did in Los Angeles. So he's just trying to pivot to the NFL and say, hey, I did this in LA. Can I do it? And they're like, hey. By the way, you can't do it in the NBA either. You can do it with shoe deals and production companies as a player in the NBA. You can't do it with your NBA salary.
Correct. Now, the other thing he tried was what's called a forgivable loan. It's kind of in the weeds, but basically he was hoping to get his money tax-free until the loan was forgiven, which could be like 10 years later. NFL said, no, not happening. But I will applaud Caleb Williams. This is pretty genius stuff from him. Really smart.
It's very smart. And also, this is what the Dodgers are doing. The Dodgers are paying Ohtani down the road. So if he retires or leaves California later years, he can get money in a less punitive tax code. So, like, everybody's doing this. By the way, I've suggested this has hurt New York because in New York you pay the federal, you pay the state, you also pay a city tax. So a lot of times, L.A. has the same issues, but LA's got better weather and it's an entertainment capital. I think this has hurt New York in free agency through the years, this tax stuff. It's why Miami is the one Eastern Seaboard team in the NBA where all the veterans want to go play. No state tax, very pro business down in Florida.
Yeah, you would hope Orlando could somehow turn that around, but they haven't been able to keep their superstars. All right, next up is Tua Tagovailoa. Still waiting on that long-term deal, Colin. Man, I'm starting to feel bad for this guy. Tyreek Hill's caping up for him, and now left tackle Teron Armstead is pointing out how the team needs their quarterback if they're going to reach their goals.
But we need Tua to go anywhere that we're trying to go. All our dreams, goals, and aspirations is reliant on number one. And the Dolphins know that, the organization know that, the city, the league. So the way they iron out the numbers, all that. Negotiation gets tough in contracts.
Yeah.
Teams start to bring up bad plays, bad games, injuries. You start to get offended. Like, oh, man, this is how you really feel? But it's leverage. And once you peel back those layers and you keep it about the business, it'll get done.
Well, he's going to get his.
You sure?
Yeah, I think he's going to get his. I don't think he's going to get quite the number that his fanboys want him to get, but I think he'll get a number.
We're getting close to end of the summer, right? And in August, I think you're going to redo your NFL teams based on maybe some preseason, any injuries.
When is Greg Toohey is one of my producers. I do before the season starts, I usually do 4 predictions. I do post-free agency and coaching hires, post-free agency coaching hires, post-draft, then sort of a pre-camp, and then a post-camp, see if there's any injuries.
Yeah.
Have I done the third one yet? Can I do the third one tomorrow?
Because I want to know if you've got the Dolphins in the playoffs.
Okay, so tomorrow I can do my playoff preview pre-camp. That means pre-injuries because we have the free agency done.
Yeah.
We have the draft done, all the coaching done, And we're also getting reports out of and signings for quarterbacks. So that creates a little less chaos, some more foundational good stuff for teams. So
you got the schedule. We got the schedule.
No, that's a good point. Yeah. We have the schedules come out. So why don't I do that tomorrow? We will have our third big NFL playoff prediction, and then we'll do one after. See if there's any injuries after the preseason.
I keep looking at this Dolphins team, regardless of what happens with Tua. I don't see a path to the playoffs for them. Not in that division.
They're going to score a lot of points.
Okay. They didn't score a lot of points last year. And then
they made the playoffs.
Well, they kind of backed in there.
Well,
they
made
collapsing.
the playoffs. I don't care how you get into the playoffs. I don't care if you back in, you topple in, you fumble in, you got to the playoffs.
See all those cold weather games there at the end?
No, I will say this. Week 13 on it's a tough sled.
It's a doozy.
It's a doozy, but there's a lot of wins here for a team averaging 28 a game. A lot of W's. Lot of wins. How about Buffalo, week 2, having to go down to that swamp in Miami where it's 94 and humid? Might as well just put a W on that one.
I thought yesterday it was Josh Allen's amazing. Now he can't handle some heat in Miami? Come on, bro. What is that? All right, final story. Let's go to Team USA. They beat down Serbia yesterday, man. Won by 26, tuning up ahead of the Olympics. Curry was cooking, 18 of 24 in the first 11 minutes. Had a sweet 4-point play. Listen, the guy's tremendous. Bam Adebayo was awesome. 17 points. I think he had 3 threes, and Edwards 16. Your guy AD went off. USA now heads to London for 2 more games. Saturday they face South Sudan. The only concern I have over this absolute butt whooping of Serbia is, the U.S. is going to go into the matchup that matters in the Olympics in group play.
Yeah.
And they're going to be like, we just smashed these guys by 26. And they're probably going to be a little overconfident. And
you know what I find?
Preach a little caution.
I really like Olympic basketball.
It's fun.
Well, I get all the stars, and then I get the patriotism. So a convergence of 2 things I like. I like the big stars. They deeply care about playing in it. I think it's pretty cool that all these NBA guys who have $150, $250 million net worth love playing for the country. They're into it. They're feisty.
Well, you're also going to Paris, and you're going to London. It's a nice little summer travel for these guys.
My kids are going. They got some tickets.
Your kids are going to Paris?
And I told them, bring sunscreen and a hat. It's going to
be hot as heck.
And they're saying that, I'll watch some of the Olympics. I'm more World Cup than I think we're both more World Cup than Olympic viewers. Olympic does a lot of pageantry stuff I don't care about. But apparently they're not selling a lot of tickets.
Yeah, nobody wants to be there. There's zero. We went to Paris last year.
It's great.
It's not my favorite city on planet Earth. I want to go like every other year. But I was no chance I would go this year.
Yeah, first of all, July and August are the 2 months you don't want to go to Paris.
No.
It is crowded and it is hot.
Awesome city, though.
It is a great place.
Yeah, I can't believe your kids are going. Wow, Olympics.
They got some free tickets.
Oh, wow, because you got hooked up, huh?
I just, whatever.
You're just moving in different circles than all of us now.
No, I'm just moving in circles. They're not different circles. They're just circles. J-Mac with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Lie
It was
News.
fun. I told both of them, I said, it's going to be oppressively hot. It's going to be incredibly expensive. It's going to be really crowded. Are you sure you want to do this? My kids dipped into their savings, and they're like, all right, Dad, can you, they bought they got direct flights. It's, big airports where they live. And so.
Young people are crazy. You remember being young and crazy? No.
Well,
awesome.
One of the things I've always encouraged my kids, get on planes. Very early, we got them on planes. Here's how airports work. Watch the signage. Here's how to book your flights. We both, everybody in the family, our kids travel. And that was one of not always fancy places. Like, this is a big deal. A lot of times it's just nowheresville. But I would say I'm a huge fan of traveling.
Yeah. By the way, Mr. Airport guy, how's the Charles de Gaulle Airport? Is that the one in?
That's the one in
France?
Paris.
Yeah. How is it?
You're the one that went there.
The last year I don't remember, but Heathrow in London is awesome. That airport is tremendous. I can't believe it didn't make your list.
I don't like Heathrow nearly as much as.
Wow.
No, there's a lot of good airports in this country. The best airport in this country is actually Indianapolis. Doesn't mean I want to go there a lot.
You expect me to believe that?
No, it's really good.
That's the best airport in the country?
Yeah. The best one I've been in.
Come on.
Big city airports are all a pain in the butt. They're all awful. I mean,
LAX.
It's fine.
Sorry.
Imagine a burglary at your home if you're picturing a shady character sneaking about under the cloak of night. You would be surprised to learn that according to the FBI, this is crazy, most break-ins happen in broad daylight and spike during the summer. Why? Homes are unattended. People are on vacation. And the days are also longer, more light longer. That's why you need Simply Safe Home Security now. They have something called Fast Protect Monitor. With their LiveGuard protection, Simply Safe agents can act within 5 seconds of receiving your alarm and can not only see but speak to intruders, stop them in their tracks in real time. You'll never get locked into a long-term contract. There are no hidden fees, no contracts. Pricing, $1 a day. $1 a day. Install it yourself or hire some pro installers to get that system up in less than an hour. Protect your home 20% off any new Simply Safe system when you sign up for Fast Protect Monitor. Just go to simplysafecolin.com, COLIN.